Get ready. Very few theme parks in the world have quite the fan base as Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. Therefore, it might be surprising to see a video detailing Magic Kingdom facts that many might not know. There's a lot of Disney experts out there, so finding some obscure details about Magic Kingdom can be a bit of a challenge. But we have tried to source some very niche bits of information that hopefully all fans of the park can enjoy. But before we boost your Magic Kingdom knowledge, please take the time to give this video a like and press the subscribe button to keep up with our channel. It really helps keep us motivated to make these videos for you. And with that out of the way, join us as we take a look at 8 Magic Kingdom facts that you probably didn't know. Get ready. Number 1. Automated trash collection. There's a very good chance that in all the times that you've been to Magic Kingdom, you've never seen a full or overflowing bin. This is because the collection of waste is actually an automated process. Have you ever seen someone emptying one of the bins around the park? Probably not. And this is because the refuse is actually connected to a system of pipes. These shoot the contents of the bin at 60 miles per hour into a centralized processing facility. This is located under the park itself, as Magic Kingdom is actually built 1 story above ground level. There's also a bin located every 30 steps from where you're standing. This ensures that guests are never too far from a bin to discourage littering. And it definitely works. Number 2. Fake flags. There are several American flags situated around Magic Kingdom. Notably, many of these are featured throughout Main Street USA. However, only one of them is an actual true American flag. Each of these is purposely incorrect, with each flag either missing the correct number of stars or stripes. The US flag must follow strict code, which Disney would then have to abide by. This would include proper raising and lowering ceremonies, as well as flying them at half-mast during particular days. Probably not the most practical thing to achieve when you have hundreds of flags across the park. Therefore, only one flag is actually authentic. This is found at the entrance to the park on Main Street USA. This flag actually follows correct procedure with a daily ceremony to ensure that it's raised to code. Number 3. No bathrooms in Liberty Square. It's known that Walt Disney was very concerned about the historical accuracy of his parks. This led to some unique and unusual design choices. Sometimes these don't always seem to make the most practical sense. A perfect example of this is the lack of toilet facilities in the Liberty Square area of the park. This land has absolutely no public facilities, as would not be true to the time period it is trying to emulate. While there are bathrooms in the land's restaurants, guests just passing through will have to venture into one of the adjacent lands to relieve themselves. Number 4. Red paths. As you enter the park, you might notice that the majority of the paths down Main Street USA are a very vibrant red. There's actually a few different reasons for this. Firstly, the red somewhat symbolises a red carpet. You are the star of the show when you visit Magic Kingdom. In a sense, the entrance is the gateway to your own story you will encounter in the remainder of the park. Secondly, the red contrasts the actual streets of the land. This helps catch the eye of guests so that they're aware of the step up and down from the path. Now, if only something could be done about those tram tracks. And lastly, the colour was specifically chosen by one of the original sponsors of Walt Disney World, Kodak. They told Disney that the red would give an extra pop in pictures when contrasting with Florida's blue sky. Number 5. Cinderella Castle Suite. While many can appreciate the majesty that is Cinderella Castle, not many know that you can actually stay in it. Inside the upper levels of the castle is a fully decorated royal chamber that can sleep up to 6 guests. Unfortunately though, there's no set price tag in order to be lucky enough to stay in this suite. It's generally only offered in the form of prizes or for very special guests. Sometimes it's offered in charity auctions, but you need to have a lot of cash. Previous winners have spent $75,000 for just a one-night stay. Some Disney fans are probably aware of this already, although many might not realise that the suite was originally created for Walt Disney and his family. Unfortunately though, he never got to stay in it due to his passing before the park had actually opened. Number 6. The oldest attraction in the park. If you ask the average Disney World fan what the oldest attraction in the park was, they may attempt to guess at Carousel of Progress. While this is definitely one of the oldest, dating back to the New York's World Fair in 1964, the correct answer is actually Prince Charming Regal Carousel. The Fantasyland Carousel was actually originally built all the way back in 1917, making it over 100 years old. Looking at it though, in its pristine condition, you would never be able to guess it. The carousel was actually sourced by Walt and his team in 1967 specifically for Magic Kingdom. It was then refurbished and moved to the park and is one of the opening day attractions dating back to 1971. Number 7. Agrabah's Spinning Camels. If you've ever wandered through Adventureland, there might be a chance that you've been spat on. Not by a guest of course, but actually a camel. If you look closely on the ground just at the entrance to the magic carpets of Aladdin, you might see a puddle. Steer clear of this though, or you may get wet. The 2 camels that guard the entrance to the attraction actually spit water. Many may already know this, but their origin story is a bit more interesting. The camels were originally a fixture in a float from Aladdin's Royal Caravan Parade in Disney's Hollywood Studios. After the parade concluded its run, the camels were moved to the entrance of the Soundstage restaurant. In 2001, when the magic carpets of Aladdin opened, the camels were then moved to Magic Kingdom, where they've been squirting guests ever since. Number 8. Time travel at Magic Kingdom. The last inclusion in our list of Magic Kingdom facts that you didn't know about is the ability to time travel at the park. It might sound bizarre, but hear us out. Magic Kingdom was specifically designed by Disney Imagineers to progress its guests through a passage of time. If you start at the back of the park in Fantasyland and work your way counterclockwise, you step through the passage of time. Fantasyland is made up of old European fairy tales. You then enter the new world of America as you make your way to Liberty Square. As you make your way further around the park, you literally and figuratively end up in the American West and Frontierland. Your journey then turns to the late 19th and early 20th century during a period of exploration in Adventureland. Main Street USA shows the world of quintessential America in the early 20th century, around the time Walt would have grown up. And then lastly, you progress to the future as you enter Tomorrowland. This is supposed to give us insight into the possibilities and inventions of tomorrow. The progression seen through the lands is very subtle, but it was specifically designed to show the passing of time and to further embellish the story aspect of your theme park experience. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our hidden gems for this park, where we look at more secrets that you didn't know about Magic Kingdom. Let us know in the comments which fact you love about this park that many don't know. Now you're ready.